Bishop Bond from Tennessee. Would you come? Take me back. Take me back. Take me back. Take me back, dear Lord, to the place. Everybody, where? Stretch out your hand and say, take me back. Take me back. Where? Bishop, come on. Let's say it like you would on Sunday morning. Take me back. Take me back. To the place. Stretch out your hand and say, take me back. Oh, I want to go back. Sit down. Well, sit down, Paul Jeff. Come on down, sit down. Come on, Gino. Sit down, Pastor. Take me back. Take me back to the place. Keep on saying it. Take me back. Oh, take me back.
Take me back to the world of first believe. Wow. Take me back to that place. Oh, where I first believed. Oh my gosh, that brought back some stuff there. This is Maurice Calhoun, the Hope Dealer. And I've been on this series on the cave. I first dealt with who's helping you, the identification of your 400 men, your community that is purposed to save you and for you to save. And then I dealt with the reminders of the cave, how God uses the cave to remind us of our anointing and our calling and of our community. He identifies our correct community in the cave. And then I dealt with what happens after the cave. Oh, David, he had a different life after the cave. But now I want to deal with a very painful topic of the pregnant pain of a man. A few years ago, there's a young lady I work with. She was the administrative assistant to the president of the organization I work for. And she called me up and she asked me a question. She said, Maurice, what is pain? And I said to her, I had a toothache a year or so ago. That was pretty painful. She said, pain is pay attention inside now. The pain is a catalyst for us to take action on a concern or an issue going on in our lives or in our body or in our bodies. Pay attention inside now. We usually mask our pain. We usually hide our pain. We usually just go around smiling like everything is all right. Hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm good. Okay, cool. Pay attention inside now. In our society today, men are dealing with a lot of pain. 80% of all U.S. suicides are men. The male suicide rate is 5 times that of the women. Less than 20% of men have ever engaged therapy or any type of counseling for depression. 60% of American children are growing up in fatherless homes, which is leading to increased rates of incarceration, leading to this mass incarceration epidemic, leading to chemical dependency, leading to this homelessness, this homeless crisis in our youngest people. 73% of high school dropouts are in some way tied to this male crisis and this fatherless home crisis. 90% of all homeless and runaway children are from homes that are fatherless. We got to deal with this. And this is a pregnant conversation about the pregnant pain of a man. So the cave, we got to deal with our caves. We got to deal honestly and acutely and keenly and surgically with our caves. First of all, we got to acknowledge our caves. Our caves are not God's punishment. It's not God abandoning us. It's God placing a reminder, placing a milestone in our lives. Your current crisis is not God's verdict on your life. It's your curriculum. It's to remind you that you got some homework because you got some tests coming up. So I need to grade your homework to make sure that you're prepared for the test. Oh, he's the holy teacher, always guiding us to fulfillment. And that fulfillment is represented by our purpose. I knew you from the womb. I'm trying to retrain your thinking, because as a man thinketh, so is he. As he thinketh in his heart, so is he. All these male crises, this health, his suicide, his depression, his alcoholism, his mental illness, his all of his stuff, his divorce rates, tied to his cave, tied to his lack of acknowledgement of his cave. So the first solution is in acknowledgement of your cave. Then once you're in the cave, when you've acknowledged it and you realize that it's not God's abandonment, then you got to find your language in the cave, in the darkness. I talked in one talk about the 4 steps to influence, a man's 4 steps to leadership and influence. The first step is you got to accept your darkness. You got to accept the good, the bad, and mostly the ugly of your life. You got to accept that you're broken. Accept that you need some help. Accept that you got to say, God, I'm dependent on you. David wrote the 57th Psalm while he was in the cave, where he gave God an assignment. I need your help. I'm counting on you. I'm trusting in you. He gave God an assignment. Oh, I love it. You have to be aligned before you're assigned. But it's okay to give God an assignment. He loves assignments because I'm counting on you. And then you got to be able to identify your real community. Well, when I first moved to Atlanta, they said, hey, Maurice, Atlanta is very cliquish. And when I got to Atlanta, I really noticed that everybody has their little clique, where they post up, where they front, where they go to the clubs and they're with their little group and they think they're all that. They can't talk to anybody else. They can only dance in that little group. But that's not your real community. God sends your real community as a group of brokenness because you're broken. A negative times a negative equals a positive. A positive times a positive equals a positive. That's the only way in mathematics to get a positive outcome. You got to align in like forces. The mighty men were made in brokenness together. Broken plus broken equals strength. And then your calling is about people, not about position. Many men, our entire self-esteem is in our position. I'm the senior director of this. I'm the senior VP of this. I'm the executive VP of this. I'm the executive principal of that. I'm the management of this. I'm the director of this. I'm the supervisor of that. And I'm this and that. And that becomes 98% of our self-definition, our self-esteem, our self-realization. But what happens when the position is gone? What happens when the title is gone? What happens when the family is gone? What happens when the crown is gone? When the crown is gone, the calling remains. I knew you back in the womb. I don't care what kind of titles you get over this life. I called you to something. I anointed you to something that has not changed. And I might need to send a cave to remind you. Ask who God is sending to your cave. And then practice forgiveness. David had the power to kill Saul. Had that power to kill him several times. But he did not kill him. Practice forgiveness. When your strength is coming from a place higher than you, you don't have to participate in petty games of retaliation. You don't have to go and do a drive-by shooting because there was a drive-by shooting last week. You don't have to respond to snitches. Because David was snitched on when he saved the community of Keilah. You can choose mercy. Because His grace and mercy, that's what brought me through. And then you got to be prepared for even more tragedy. But when you face even more tragedy, after you've accepted the cave, you're prepared for the tragedy. You're prepared to keep going. You're prepared to continue fighting. That's your zigzag. Because there was a zigzag that came after the cave, where all of his lands were burned. His people were taken captive, but he had to fight on because God said, go. Get them. You're a responsible leader now. You're responsible over your tribe. Go get them. Go get those lost children on Facebook who are out there fighting like fighting dogs. Go and get those little girls who are showing too much of their bodies on Facebook. Go and get those little girls, 12-year-old girls who are fighting at bus stops and killed one of them two months ago in Atlanta. Go and get those young women who are fighting in a McDonald's over some cold fries and one of them's dead, who is a mother of 4. Go get them, as David did after Ziklag. And then you're ready for responsible leadership. So a leader's steps to influence include 4 steps. Accepting your darkness. Being prepared for visibility after you've accepted your darkness. Building your resistance and your rewards because of it. So you got to get stronger and stronger. You got to go to the club and lift some weights. You got to get stronger and stronger such that you're ready for that visibility, and then you're ready for acceleration. So it's 4 steps: accepting your darkness, building your resistance and being rewarded by it, being prepared for the visibility, and getting to acceleration. David was in acceleration when he was able to take on the leadership of the 400, even though he had no leadership growing up. His family did not accept him. His own father did not accept him. Thus, when men go through this progression of accepting their pregnant pain and dealing with it and birthing something positive, that positive birth is the leadership of other men, so that other men can then take on the leadership of their communities and their families. So the fatherless man can become the father that others need. That's the pregnant pain of a man. The pregnant pain of a man is a good thing, because we have to birth a new nation, birth a new set of citizens, birth responsible children, birth prosperous children, birth children that are going to impact the world. But right now, we're in a period of lawlessness. We're in a period of depression. We're in a period of vainness. That's the lesson of the cave. The pregnant pain of a man. So yes, take me back to that place where I first believed. Take me back to that Sunday school where I first learned who I am. Take me back to the Grand Park where we used to play touch football. Take me back where we would fight one day and be friends probably the next morning. Take me back when we would cut some yards and go up to the store and get some potato chips and share it with everybody. Take me back to that place where we first believed.